Hey everybody, Stephen Bogren here from Pro Physique. Today what I want to talk about is balance. I'm standing on both my feet. It's easy. Hey y'all. Hey y'all, how you doing? How you doing? Hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I don't even know what fucking day it is, dude. Let's be real here. Don't know what day it is. Doesn't matter, it's a weekday, I'm working. I think it's Thursday. Happy Thursday, guys. So balance. What does that even fucking mean, dude? What does that mean, Steven? Well, let me tell you. So I think it's an important thing to talk about because, hey, competition season's pretty much over. So Nationals is done. We got a few months off. You know, things kind of start, February, March time frame. So we got some time to talk about it. And why do I think it is important? So one of the big things I see with a lot of people, sorry, I got a sweet fucking beard. Not that. One of the things I see a lot of people is this. Fucking the train wreck, right? The train wreck of I am only a competitor. Like that is how I see myself. That is how I identify is as a fitness physique competitor. Now, is there anything wrong with being a physique athlete? Fuck no, absolutely not. However, I think the trouble comes when all we are is a physique athlete, right? When that becomes our overwhelming identity. Now, prep is not really a time for balance. You know, we try and be as balanced as possible during prep. That's why we like the flexible dieting. You know, obviously towards the end of the prep, that shit doesn't matter, right? You're going to be eating cleaner foods. You're going to have less calories. You're going to be doing more cardio. Like balance is kind of like, it's pseudo balance at that point, right? As much as possible. But during that off season, the time to build, the time to grow, like at that point, we can have some real balance in our lives, right? And I think one of the big things that helps that is to not only be associating ourselves with being a physique competitor, to not have only one identification, right? So what does that come down to? Now it comes down to a few things. So one, like identifying yourself, having other hobbies and other things in life that are important to you, right? I'm a son, I'm a brother, I'm a friend, right? So those relationships, those are all important to me. I identify with those roles because those are all things that are important to me. Those people are important to me, right? It's important that I am doing the right things to maintain those relationships and to put my time and effort into those things, right? I'm a grandson. So when I identify with those things, now they become more of a priority. So because of the fact that I'm, a son and a brother and, part of a family and a friend, I can prioritize having those good times, like putting time and effort into those relationships, doing the things that matter to uphold them, right? Now, when I'm in prep, that doesn't always happen, especially because I'm fucking a moody little bitch. But, during the off season, I'm eating, hormones are normal, energy levels are normal, mood states normal. Like those things are all fine, right? I'm not super moody and crazy and all over the place. I can make sure that I'm doing the right things to take care of those relationships. Now, what about like me? What about me? I'm selfish, man. Bodybuilding's a selfish sport. Let's talk about me. What about things I want to do, right? Having other interests, right? Like, yeah, I'm a physique competitor. I'm a bodybuilder. Awesome. I'm also a powerlifter, right? That kind of goes hand in hand. Keeps me accountable to a weight class for the most part. Keeps me accountable to lifting heavy weights and building and getting better for the most part. Yeah, so I also like to powerlift. I'm a powerlifter, I'm also a motorcycle rider. I love fucking riding my motorcycle. Do I do a lot? No, but like when I'm stressed out and life's kind of overwhelming, like sometimes it's nice to get out on two wheels, get away from the city and fucking go do my thing, just be alone. Just be on the road. It's nice, right? I'm also a musician. Sometimes I like to play music. I have guitars right over here. You can't see them, they're out of camera. Can you see them? No, you can't. But you can see my amp kind of back there, right? So, like, that's another part. And I don't have to leave the house, right? Maybe I'm stressed out or I'm bored and I need like some me time. Like, music for me, I identify with that because it helps me to express myself and just kind of like feel feelings that I can't really enunciate, right? I can't get that out in words. It's hard to say how you feel sometimes, but sometimes music can help with that, right? But what else? What else? I like shooting guns. I like doing that, right? I like helping people. I like being a nice guy. I'm a coach, right? That's a big part of my life. That's the overwhelming part of my life now. I identify as that, right? It allows me to put the time, the effort into doing those things. And so now, instead of being very pinpoint accurate, I am a physique competitor. You can see that now I have a much broader spectrum to my life, right? I also like beer. Yeah. So when I have that broader spectrum to my life, I now have a lot of different things that my feelings, my efforts, my work can go into. It's really hard to only be a physique competitor, especially if physique competition is not going well for you, if you're not getting your return on investment that you want, right? And honestly, I feel like the best competitors, like they work for it. They're competitors, yeah, absolutely. But they don't stress themselves out show day. They stay calm, cortisol levels. And I feel like for me, a lot of that is balance. It's for not making putting that physique competition, that whatever, the pro card, whatever it might be, on a pedestal of this is what's going to make my life. I see a lot of people who, they put their self-worth based on their placement or how they're doing or being a competitor, and that has nothing to do with it. Self-worth goes so far beyond how you look, how your body looks, what you do in the gym, right? So it's really important that we can take a step back from competition and have some semblance of balance. And it's not just about balance in life, right? It's about healthy psychological interactions and relationships with the sport. Now, it's hard to do that. It is. It's hard to be objective. Coaches help with that, right? It's hard to not be super involved because, let's be real, it's taking up a lot of your life. You have to commit a lot. Gym, diet, training, like cardio stuff. So it's not like it's just a small thing that we can do 5 minutes a day and still be successful, right? And for most of us, we want to be successful. We want to be competitive. That's hard. But we want to do as much as we possibly can to make sure that we are maintaining some semblance of balance and healthy psychological relationships with what we're doing in life, right? We can't expect a trophy, a fucking trophy, like this plastic thing, to give us fulfillment or to make us feel worthy or to make us feel like we've done something worthwhile in our lives, right? That has to come from the inside. It's not, when we talk about internal versus external motivation, there always has to be another thing, right? Now, if we're competing because we love training, we enjoy, the internal reward that we get from hitting a goal and from challenging ourselves to be structured and to do something we haven't done before, that's a very different kind of fulfillment than we get from doing it for a trophy or to prove something to somebody else, right? So we want to focus on, if we're going to do it, doing it for those internal rewards. That will, because I do this because it makes me happy, right? I do this because it makes me feel good. Well, there's a million different things in this world that make me happy and that make me feel good, which means that if I were to never compete again, I can still be happy. I can still feel good. And I think that that's really, when we dig down deep and get to the nitty gritty of it, that's what it comes down to. Because if our happiness is associated with placement and getting a trophy, we're never guaranteed to have that happiness. And that's a fucking scary thought, right? And we can't be happy all the time. That's a different story for a different time. But we want to make sure that we're doing the right things to set ourselves up to be in a great place for life. Competition should be something that adds to that, right? So I think that at this point in time, a lot of us, maybe you're forced into your off season. So it may be a good time for you to really be thinking about what makes you happy. Do you love the sport? Do you love training? And do you love other things, right? Let's broaden our horizons. Let's bring other things into our life that make us happier, right? And it could be something as simple as picking up a new hobby that's active because you don't want to have to be stuck doing cardio, reversing out slowly, right? For me, that was jujitsu, right? So there's a lot of different options, there's a lot of different things, but I think that it's important for us to look at our lives as a whole and find things that make us happy and get as much balance as possible so that we can have a healthy relationship with competing, right? So you're probably forced to do it right now. You're forced to think about it. Off-season, post-show blues are real, and this is typically why, because we're searching for other things to fill that void of competition season and what it has been doing for us. So guys, don't be afraid to go out of your comfort zone, to find some new things, to find that balance in life, and to really restore that healthy relationship with competing. Not only just so that you can continue competing in the long run, but so that you can continue being a happy, fulfilled, full individual in life. All right, guys, I'm done fucking chatting.